Hello chocolate friends, Carla here from Opening Chocolate. Today I was inspired for this Bar Bits video by this bar from Christopher Elbow Chocolates in Kansas City, Missouri in the United States. It is their Blueberry Lavender 64% dark chocolate bar. Lavender is a flavor that goes really well with dark chocolate when it's done right. But you may have heard, and I've got some lavender that I cut from my garden this morning. Smells great, but it has a totally different smell than what this bar smells like. And some of you may have heard there's a difference between culinary lavender and other lavenders. And I'm here to answer that question today. So, is there a difference between culinary lavender and other lavenders? Short answer, yes, but also no. So here is the longer answer. Like cacao, with the Forastero, Trinitario, and Criollo, lavender can also be overgeneralized and grouped into three categories: Spanish, French, and English. English lavender, or Lavandula angustifolia, is the one most commonly used as culinary lavender. There are 47 species in the Lavandula genus, and most of them are technically edible. The name Lavandula itself comes from the Latin lavare or lavo, meaning to wash, which it has been used since Roman times. The genus is in the sage plant family Lamiaceae, so makes sense with some of the smells. But within that species, Lavandula angustifolia, there are hundreds of hybrids and cultivars that will have differing amounts of chemicals that will give it more or less of a soapy taste. And the soapy taste in general is what we want to avoid in culinary lavender. So this lavender I have smells very different from the lavender in this bar. So which ones do you want to cook and eat with? You will want to mostly stick with English lavender, or the Lavandula angustifolia, and hybrids from that. Specifically hybrids that are lower in camphor, or that pungent medicinal methyl kind of taste that you can sometimes associate with sages, lower in linalool, and also lower in linalool acetate. Some English cultivars are Munstead, Royal Velvet, Folgate, and Melissa. A lot of the ones that you get at the garden stores and the big box stores are not English lavender. There are different kinds of lavender. Lavender latifolia, lavender X intermedia, which means it's a hybrid, or sometimes called lavandin, or Lavandula stochas. They won't kill you if you eat them. Technically, all lavenders are edible, but they will just have more of a soapy flavor. They'd be better used for oils and other things like that. Lavender, of course, works great with dark and milk chocolates if it is done in the correct proportions. In my experience, it is one of those polarizing flavors where people either love it or they hate it. But I think if you're using the right amount of culinary lavender and you achieve a really nice balance with the chocolate, most people will find it more enjoyable. So I, in general, don't enjoy soapy flavors in chocolate, as you might understand. But just as an experiment, you could do at home if you have access to lavender or a lavender bar. I can literally smell the difference. I know that I'm growing ornamental, a kind of hybrid that is an ornamental lavender. So it's bred to look pretty and to bloom at certain times. So this would be great for a sachet, or to extract oil, or just to look pretty in my front yard. I wouldn't put this lavender in a chocolate bar because I can smell that it's higher in those soapy chemicals that will give it that flavor note on my tongue. Whereas this bar, the lavender, I can smell it. Just right now, I could smell that the lavender is very more subtle, less of that menthol, medicinal kind of note that you get that can make you feel like you're tasting something soapy. And so when it's balanced really nicely with the chocolate, using the right hybrid or cultivar of lavender, of a culinary variety, it works really well. So the answer is yes and no. There is culinary lavender, and there also is, it's also the same lavender as everything else. So complicated, but also delicious when done right in chocolate. So that's my Bar Bits video today. I hope that you learned something from that and that you found it interesting. Make sure to give me a like, and if you have any comments, I would love to hear them. Until then, we will see you next time when we talk all things chocolate.